Tiny.
And I'm Talia.
And you're tuned into another episode of Young, Gifted, and Black Through Our Eyes.
Today we talk about girls, beauty standards, representation in the industry, in our community.
Today we have a special co-host, Summer. She's a bass player, she's a dancer, just an all-around girl who's going to help us weigh in on this topic today.
Hey, y'all.
I'm with Wartime, he just went and put me on.
Four Girls in Youth is taking over the THEARC Theater's Young, Gifted, and Black podcast with a special series, Through Our Eyes. We're exploring creative safety in the community. The question at hand is, what does a creative safe space look like to you, and how can we provide it? This season, DC youth will weigh in on different topics from this perspective through their lens.
Okay, so first question. What would you say is your ideal creative safe space?
I would say my creative safe space is wherever I am or my things collect. Like, of course, it's my room, my closet. It's walking, y'all. Don't worry. So, yeah, I feel at home to myself. Real creative.
Yeah. Okay. Well, based on your ideal creative safe space, what do you notice about today's traditional environments like school, the community, and even at home that can be better suitable for youth and especially Black girls?
I feel that there should be more places in our community targeted for Black women or just teenagers in general in our age group, so they could get out and like not be in the house. And they can also have places like, because most people, they don't know what they want to do with their creativity and stuff, but they'll be a big help if we had more communities and just basically programs and organizations coming together to create those safe spaces.
Yeah.
That. I don't know why I said that, but like, I don't care about money. We need to get more money, more charities. I was like, how are we going to get that now? It just seems like a lot. But I'm like, why not? For the youth!
For the youth.
Okay, so how have negative interactions in these so-called creative safe spaces impacted the way you view yourself or your talents and creative capabilities? How did you overcome it? And if you haven't, how does it make you feel?
Personally, I'm going to take this to school because that's where everybody spend most of their time at. Well, besides the pandemic. But that's what we spend most of our time at. And I feel that if we're spending our time there, we should be able to be creative in those spaces. Like now, most schools, the only creative programs that they have now are basically like art, music, but it's the basic art and
classes.
Yeah, right. Unless you go to like performing arts school where they on y'all about that. Like, they love when y'all be creative. Speaking.
Yeah, I mean, to add on to that, it's a creative art school that I attend. It's a really good school. It has a great reputation. But as far as creativity and creative freedom, I feel like it don't really have any for the younger like grades. For the older grades though, like you get a dance solo, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you get more.
You get more creativity and creative expression, and I think it's kind of like set up like, oh, they give you training and then okay, now you can do your own thing. But I think you should see what they have already. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to, fix it up.
Right now,
yeah.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, be individual. So, why do y'all think there's so much pressure put on Black girls and women, especially in the entertainment and fine arts industry?
I feel basically because it was standards already put in place that they want us to fit into them instead of we want to shake it up a little bit, recreate it. Like, we don't want to just be all stiff, haha, giggle. Like, no. We want to be free with it, but not I don't know.
Yeah, kind of put our own stank on it, but they don't like our own stank on it.
They like it clean.
And also, I feel like they don't want us to outdo them.
Right.
Because we're already outdoing them in a lot of other aspects.
But, okay, I wanted to get into how the origins of the Black woman, the stereotypes. We did not have our own femininity. Let's get that straight. So then they hypersexualized us.
Yeah.
So then we took that as our own femininity, right? And the fact that we're in rap is already a male-dominated realm. R&B, that's kind of dead. It's not all the way dead, but it's just not the same as what it used to be. So now,
it died down a lot.
Yeah, like
It's not the same.
I'm gonna talk about my baby. I'm gonna talk about my girl. We're not doing that. We're talking about getting stopped, and that's okay. But where's the sentimental value? Where is it? And now,
Who can want to see these songs that they went?
exactly.
What are we doing?
With the little remix? No, you get the song. But now it's just like we took it and we're trying to reinvent it, but at the same time, I feel like it could be hurting us because although we're warping it, we should just create something new of our own and then put it out there instead of trying to compete with other people. Because competing is hard, and especially as a black woman, a black girl itself trying to grow and establish who you are. We're all doing the same things already. Not the same things, but it's getting repetitive in certain ways. It's very like
we all talking about the same things, looking the same way. How they gonna tell us apart?
Exactly.
Like how they, like new standards are not being brought out. It's just the same thing. You do this, that's it.
No, for real. And I really appreciate girls like Willow Smith coming out here and like really showing that we're not a monolith. Like we're different, you know. It's not all about making it like you know, like I like rock music because like my dad used to listen to rock music when I was little. I liked it. I didn't know what it was. Kind of hypnotized by society. This is weird, but I also wanted to be weird. I was going through a weird time, but like you know, middle school K-pop came around. I loved that, but then I kind of fell back into the rock situation, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, my dad passed away and I really find comfort in rock music, you know, and I would really like kind of tell like when he's giving me a sign because one of the songs that he always listened to was Linkin Park in the end, and yeah.
So, do y'all think capitalism plays a role in the way the community and these industries choose to receive and project certain beauty standards or Western ideals onto us?
Yes.
Long short answer, yes. Long answer.
Give me the long
theory.
Well, here's the long version in 15 seconds. Political theory is the study of political ideas and values like justice, power, and democracy that we use to describe, understand, and assess political practices and institutions. One being the effects of
capitalism, which is often thought of as an economical system in which private actors own and control property in accord with their interests. The essential feature of capitalism is the motive to make a profit.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. In many ways, those who are deemed as less than tend to compete with ideals adjacent to standards apart from different components of racial identity and the assumptions that follow it.
So is racism the root of capitalism, or is it the other way around?
Isn't that crazy?
It very much is.
Everything is about race. People are like, and you don't have to make everything about everything. It's literally about race because everything comes from racism. Capitalism is definitely one of those things. And
also, like what you were saying, like with racism, it also ties into like stereotypes and stuff. Because like back to somebody with the music and stuff, they would say, no, don't get me wrong, but they would say Megan Thee Stallion ghetto, not good for our children, none of that. But these will also be the same parents that are letting their children listen to. I don't bash her nothing, but Britney Spears.
Why would she go crazy?
No, her music, don't get me wrong, it's great, but some of her songs also had the exact same message.
Yeah.
So why didn't they see her as ghetto or not good for their kids? She's
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. If the white girl was not saying it, I'm pretty
just
sure
saying,
if you looked at it.
I just want to throw this in one, like, real quick, like, because when they came out with WAP, everybody was in the uproar. But when Ariana came out with 3435,
they was like, oh yes, this is
oh my
it.
God, banger, oh my God, 3435. Yeah, that's all I want to say.
I want to say, I feel as if capitalism is low-key the backbone of black culture. Yes, all we talk about is monetary stuff. Why are we not happy with ourselves? Yeah, you're right, actually. You are very right. Because race, oh my God, I'm sorry, it's just so sad to think about, but I will get on. Race. We as black people have not had that much. We started out as slaves, down bad.
We didn't start out as slaves.
Well, in America,
we started
out as slaves, down bad, stripped from our culture, all that, right? So now, our dream, of course, is to just have so much, be abundant. But then a part of me also thinks, as the black community, are we greedy in a way? Or do we need to find something in ourselves?
We can't get greedy, though.
But we've been told like things like having the most expensive cars, having the biggest rings, watches, all that. That's what we need to have, but that's not what we need to have. That's what we've been told that we need to have.
Exactly. And it's sad.
It's not us.
I feel like we just lose ourselves in the grind culture because that's what they want us to do. They just want us to work.
Somebody's getting warmer. In 2017 alone, Black women captured 86% of the ethnic beauty market, spending $54 million of the $63 million spent.
Nails, makeup, boom, boom, boom. What do we have to do? We have to pay for it. We have to pay for everything to keep our appearance up to fit in because
hyper femininize ourselves. I don't know the word. I'm not a
Femininity.
vocabulary.
We have to do all this so we just don't look as the average Black woman because the average Black woman is looked down upon.
Yeah.
I can't just walk out with my natural hair and so no makeup, so sweatpants. I'm gonna be looked at as ghetto. I have to really do stuff, have a coordinated outfit, just to walk out and be like, okay, I'm good with myself.
We can't be ourselves as women. We can't be happy truly. I really feel like.
If we just stop looking for validation amongst everybody else. Because I've noticed that once we're cool with ourselves, we be like, dang, what's she doing? What's she on? So instead of just catering to the trends, we really need to figure out who we are, or at least grow with who we are throughout time.
And I agree. 100%. 1000%.
Thank you!
When it comes down to how we interact with our community, let me tell y'all. It was this, I went to audition, and there was this girl with braids in her hair. And in the audition, like, instructions, it doesn't say if you can't have braids. I mean, some people would know, some people wouldn't know. Again, because we need more resources and programs in our community. But she's from Georgetown. You know, it was kind of like, oh, but you're from Georgetown. I didn't come there with braids in my hair for the audition, but her braids were in a bun, you know. And one of the teachers asked, oh, are you from Southeast?
Dang!
And she was like, no, I'm from Georgetown. And it's kind of like, okay, now, and I hate the representation that Southeast has, because bad Southeast all you want to, but a lot of great things come from the ghetto, the Southeast, from fashion to anything. It comes from
comedy.
Yeah.
Slang.
Yeah, it comes from the ghetto. I can only be mad at the Western world when you go to other places. Like, for instance, Korea, a lot of, you know, old Asian people are scared of Black people. Why? Because of what they see in the movies.
Yeah.
We're represented as. We're represented as thugs.
On the international
criminal,
level.
on an international level, yeah. Like, it's like, it's some good things and some bad things because you see us as hip, you know, oh, a good rapper. Like, you ask anybody, like, in Korea, and they be like, I love Black people. Like, why do you like Black people? Oh, because they can dance, they can sing, they have a lot of energy, their bodies are nice. Like, you know, it's just kind of like, there's some good aspects, but at the same time, it's like, okay, your mom and your pops still scared of me, you know? Because they think I'm going to rob them. You know, we see that. It don't even have to go overseas. We see that here in our neighborhood. Go to the corner store, go to the beauty supply store. They're following you around. Yeah, but stereotypes. I think that kind of blends into beauty standards, you know what I'm saying? The Jezebel. We're not hypersexual.
We just hypersexualized.
Hypersexualization, or the sexualization of a public space, involves the attribution by the media and society or behavior that has nothing intrinsically sexual about it.
You know, this reminds me of the Let Girls Be Girls campaign aimed to curb the premature sexualization of young people. Accounting for creative safety, it is important that we factor in those policies, rules, and bylaws that we tend to live by and hold young Black people, and especially Black girls, up against in our expectations of what we deem as subjectively appropriate and beneficial.
Oh my goodness, I was waiting for this topic to come out. Yes. I'm gonna take it back to when we were talking about school. Not even school, home, outside, stores, work, jobs, community overall. What I'm wearing, I would say, is generally appropriate
for a teenage girl.
If I walked into school with this, I'll be sent home the second I step my platform van through the door. Why? One, because just in general, if I was a white 16-year-old teenage girl, real slim, this outfit would be, oh, you look really nice today. Go ahead, go get to class. But no, I'm curvy. I'm of color. I look good in this. I gotta go home and change and wear some big old baggy pants and a button-up shirt just to fit your standards.
To hide whatever you naturally have.
Right, I'm not gonna hide it.
For the sexualization of other boys. It's just very, awkward. Like, hello, there are two people tangling here. Please get your men. It's just not giving anymore. Why do I have to cover up my self-expression, if anything? Because he can't, like,
Control himself.
exactly. And it's not even all that most of the time. So it's like, what are you gonna? It is a place of business. It's education, but at the same time, I'm a child. You shouldn't even be sexualizing my body.
Yeah.
Especially teachers, if that's what it's also for. Like, man.
Or we should be able to feel comfortable in the space that we're trying to learn.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I don't know about y'all, but I really find it weird when a staff member, tries to dress code a girl. Like, I really think that's not your place, and that's not your business, because now I'm looking at you weird, because now it's like, okay, so now you are sexualizing me.
Like, at first when I left the house, I thought the shit was okay, but you saying it's revealing too much. What exactly do you feel like it's revealing?
Yeah, at school, this girl, she had on, it's a basic little top joint, like spaghetti strap, like with the little adjustable joint on there. And she didn't have a jacket on. And, you know, she was comfortable until a administrator said something to her. And then she started to do like this. You can see she didn't feel comfortable at all.
We just need to, I want to say, stand our ground. Because, first off, school, we about to go back to school. Or we already in school. Whoever. But I got an email with this dress code. It's like a good 2 pages long. Says absolutely nothing about guys except where they can't wear their hoodie in class. Everything else is directed towards girls. No skirts that are above the knee, that has slits, that show any type of other color other than black or gray or white. Then shirts. The only shirt I'm allowed to wear is a t-shirt. But it can't even have any type of words on it that will feel offensive to other people. And then I could only wear other button-up shirts. But they say we don't have to wear a uniform. But basically, we're wearing a uniform because we can't wear anything else.
Right. Okay, so taking into consideration a boundless, creative, safe space, free of forced Western standards, colorism, body shaming, ageism, adultism, tough love, how can we and others in our community combat those pressures?
I would say, first of all, we should just scratch it off the board. If we feel comfortable what we doing, like what we feel like, oh yeah, that song get hit. It don't gotta be talking about guns, money, having endless shorties in the back. No.
Please listen to this.
No. We could be cool just talking about chilling with our friends, having a good time.
And that's the thing about being black. It's kind of like everybody wants to be perfect for the Western world. But we don't have to be perfect. We can be ourselves. So if you want to twerk, it's okay. If you want to talk about shoot 'em up, bang bang, it's okay to an extent.
Yeah. It's also because of people that we have representing us,
yes,
making it come off in a way that is perceived as negative. But if I wouldn't say if they change it, but if they just present it in a different way to make it suitable. Now, I want to say suitable because they make their music wherever they want to make their music for.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without making it a negative connotation. But just basically, the right representation will just make us all feel better about ourselves. So we won't just have to be like, oh, this is what we got to rap about, this is what we got to say about, this is what we got to look like, this is what we got to do to feel comfortable with ourselves. We just got to know how to present it.
Yeah.
And we need more versatility in the rap realm. Is getting too common. I can predict your lyrics before you say something. That's a problem. That's definitely a problem.
Especially if it rhymes.
Exactly. And it's more to our culture to just shoot 'em up, bang, bang. It just feels like that's all we're known for now. And I think because we tried to turn it around and be like, yeah, we're going to own this. But now it's just like, is this all we are?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I guess that sums up today. Tea party. Cheers. Click. Okay, that sums up today's episode. Remember, you are black, you are beautiful, you are enough.
Love yourself, baby girl.
And see you next episode of Young, Gifted, and Black.
Bye.
Oh, that's me. I'm good. No, it is quiet on the set. Y'all right. That's my bad.
Because my dad loves rock music, and I knew he was going to fall off.
Hey y'all, I'm Summer, and you're tuned into the THEARC.
Start over.
Hey y'all, my name is Summer, and you're tuned into THEARC Theater's Young Gifted in Black Season 3, Through Our Eyes, presented by the Poor Girls in Youth. Imagine us.
Yeah! We good, we got it.